What's going on, YouTube? Today I want to share with you a video I did on Facebook Live, just going over the way that I review the market for the up and coming week. So it was done actually via Zoom, so the audio quality is not up to my standard, but I think the information is very powerful, so I had to share it. Enjoy. Today is the first day of availability when it comes to trading for this coming week. And I'm just gonna walk you through my process of how I go in and set up my trade ideas, I guess you would say, right? All right. So if you don't know anything about trading and this is all foreign to you, it's okay, I understand. I'm gonna go through it. But if you want to get more information about how you can learn more about the foreign exchange market and how to trade, I want you to go to my website, which is going to be paperbacks.com. All right, profitwithcurtis.com, and you come down here. Again, you can watch this overview video, kind of gives you an idea of everything, and you can click on get started if you're ready to go ahead and get started based off what you see today. Now, if you have some questions about what you saw today, if you have some questions about getting started, fill out the information right here, click get more info, and that will get you started when it comes to the conversation, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So me personally, I always start off with the DXY, that's the dollar currency index. That's because a lot of the pairs that I personally trade are based off the US dollar or versus the US dollar. So I always go to the week chart first, and I go and look at what is the overall trend. And right now, as you can see on the week chart, we got a uptrend going on, right, on the US dollar. So if you look at it, again, right here, you got high, low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. That's a lower low, but it made a higher high and a higher low right here. All right, so that's clearly an uptrend. All right. So that being said, I just identified what the current trend is. So now I know it's in the uptrend, and I draw my trend line. All right here. And I would do it from this point right here, which started my, so that's my trend line for the week. Then I'll just go down to the day chart, see what the trend is on that one. Right now, it's kind of, again, it's still an uptrend, but you got a little bit of an almost downtrend happening here, right? Because we had this pull down, lower high, then we almost making a lower low here from this low right here, but we still got this upswing. So right now, I wouldn't even necessarily put a trend line on that one. All right, but definitely, as we see, price definitely looks like it's moving back down toward our trend line where it may come down as far as the US dollar and then come back up, possibly. All righty, but again, that's why we wait. But again, I just look to see what the overall, I guess, movement or census is on the US dollar. Right now, it's moving up, probably because we're pumping all this money into the economy. So that being said, next up, I go to my pairs. Right now, the pairs that I'm trading is AUD/USD, Australian dollar versus the US dollar, BTC versus the USD, which is the Bitcoin versus US dollar, GBP CAD, which is Great Britain pound versus the Canadian dollar. Then last but not least, gold, XAU USD, which is gold versus the US dollar. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Here is the markup for AUD/USD. I already did this one earlier today, but again, I start off on the week chart and I look for the overall trend. Now, as you can see, it was in a downtrend, but right now we got a little mini uptrend going on right here in this area right here. So if I go down to my day chart, as you can see, we're making high, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low. Yes, we haven't broke this particular high right here from this pullback, right, and this drop off, but right now, the overall energy is down, but we got this little pullback on this uptick right here. So I got my trend line drew on that one. And again, I'm going from this point right here to this point right here, because this is the point that pushed my market up to create higher highs that broke these two highs right here, right? This little push up right here broke these highs. So that's where I want my trend line to be at. All right. And that's my 1-2 touches on my trend line, right? Now, when it comes to this weekly zone right here, where you see these two red lines, that's going to be my supply zone for my audio USD on the week chart. So if I go back to the week chart and I look at this right here, right? We made this nice drop down and we pull back. So I would take my Fibonacci retracement tool and I would draw it from this high to the low because the price is moving down. So I want to go from the top to the bottom. And when I draw my fib right here, you're going to see that it lines up with my zone up at the top. This is my zone where I'm looking for a price to possibly pull back to as my last line of defense and then have price drop. All right, right here is my sweet spot zone, where this red box is. As you can see, price came up to that area and then it pushed right on through it, right? So this is my first line of defense right here, and this is my second line of defense right here, okay? So let's go back, get rid of those lines. And so with that being said, this is on the week chart, y'all. So again, I'm looking at the broad picture. I'm not looking at the little small micro movements, right? I'm looking at the overall broad movement on the week chart. Now, if I take those same areas, let me get rid of this field just so it doesn't confuse you guys with all the lines. I just want to show you guys how I got that zone. So if I go down, if you look at the same area, if I go down from the week chart and go to like an hour or a 30-minute, you're going to see the power of this particular strategy. As you guys can see right here, this is that box, and this is price on the hour. So when price got up here in this area, in this box, what happened? We got a nice drop down from this area, inside this area. And so when I trade based off of a trend. So if I draw a trend line on this trend right here, this little uptrend, when price was making this high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, high high, lower low. So long story short, I would have put my trend line right there, as you guys can see, my trend. And when price broke this trend, that's like my fish nibbling on my bait. I got it. Because again, I have a low point right here where the market pulled back and made this support and it broke it. So now that's telling me that the energy could be shifting from this upward energy or buying pressure to now selling pressure, right? That being said, when it breaks my trend line, now I'm ready. I'm just waiting for it to come on back and hit my trap. How do I get my trap? Just like I did on the week chart. I start from the top to the bottom of this particular move, right? Because it broke this low. So that's why I'm drawing it from top to bottom, because now I'm looking forward to possibly go into a downward trend. So that's why I'm doing it this way and not upwards, right? Because I'm not looking for price to continue up. I'm looking at it as this is the end of this uptrend. Now we're going to get some downward movement. So with that being said, I draw my fibs on there. Then I go and I mark up my sweet spot zone. And let me do this with the replay so that way you guys can see what I'm talking about. Bam. There you go. So as you can see, this is what price would have been looking like, right? So I'm waiting for price to come up into my sweet spot zone, which is right up in here. So bam. And I'm looking for a sell in that area. So let me go ahead and put my sales on there, red. So when price gets in that area, I'm looking to short the market, right? Because I see that it came up in its uptrend, the market got tired and started to fall off. So now I just want to catch it. When it try to push back up, it's going to run out of energy and then it's going to drop. At least that's what my analysis is telling me, right? So let's wait and see. So as price is coming up, as you guys can see, I got a price is in that area now. So let me zoom in some more. So price is in that area now where I drew my red box on the 1 hour. Remember, this is for the weekly. So that lets me know in the weekly chart, I'm in the area where I should expect my sellers to show up. So as you can see, when price got up into this area, it paused right there. That candle stopped right there, wicked up and came right back down. Now I got I call it a candlestick formation, right? That spinning top that's telling me that price could be getting ready to turn around and come down. So in that instance, this is on the hour chart, and that particular hour candle printed at 5 o'clock. That means that the next hour, I can look to get in for a possible sale. So if I go with my short position tool and I put me in a sell order right there when that price closed, right here, and I put my stop loss at my purple line, which is indicated on my fib, that's my stop loss area, right? And I'm looking to just get down and get me a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, if not 1 to 2. So I'm gonna look to go right here to this area of support right here. As you can see, that's just over 1 to one risk reward. It's like a 1 to 1.35 or something like that, right? So that means if I risk 2% of my account, I can make 2%, so somewhere around 3.25% on my money if I take this particular trade idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it, and let's see what would have happened. See, price spiked up again. Let me zoom in. Y'all see that? Price reached up again, but it teetered out. It couldn't push up. So I'm still in this trade. Now, I may be down 4 pips as this shows, but I'm still not out because it didn't hit my stop loss up here. This is where I would get out and cut my losses. This is where I would get out and cash out my profits. Let's go ahead and go down further. Let's see what goes on. It's another hour now. I'm not watching this for these hours, y'all. I'm just placing my trade, and I'm going on with my life. And we're going to see what it do. Does it hit my stop loss or does it hit my take profit? I'm okay if it hit either one because I have proper risk management, so I'm going to only risk a small percentage of my account. So if it misses, no sweat off my back. But if it hits, I'm closer to my goal. And so as you guys can see, several hours have passed. The trade still has not played off. It's just moving sideways, but it has not hit either my stop loss or my take profit. So I am not out of it yet. So I'm going to go ahead and play it a little bit faster because it's taking a while. So as you can see, I would have been in this trade for a while, y'all, but I'm not stressing. Again, I'm letting it do what it do. It's going to hit one or the other. So let me go ahead and hit pause. Let me stretch this out just in case. So as you guys can see, this area turns darker green because price is moving into my profit. If it goes up above and start going negative, it's going to turn darker red. But let's look at that and see how this plays out. Uh-oh, got close to my TP. Oop. Oh, there you go, y'all. TP smash. Now, that took a while. And that's one of the hardest things for most traders is that you have to be patient. Warren Buffett said it best. The market is just a transfer of wealth from the impatient to the patient. Everybody want to get rich quick. All right, but as you guys can see in this example, it hit my TP. I'm in, I'm out. So what I do next, Curtis, just wait for the next setup. Wait for the next setup present itself. When it meets all your confirmations and it looks like it's good to go, you can go ahead and get in for another trade. But as you can see right now, it hasn't broken any new lows and it hadn't pulled back, so I'm not getting into another trade on this yet. Now, if it breaks a low and starts to come down, then I will wait for a pullback, aka retracement, and then I would get in. But as you guys can see, that was a great setup right there. 2% on the account. All right, so let's go ahead and go a little faster. So yeah, so there you go. It's still going up. So this is so right here. You see right here, guys, it made a new high. I don't know if you guys can see that, but let me go ahead and let me show you guys right here. So this is my prior high right here before I took that other trade, right? This is the highest the price went. As you can see right here, this broke a high. So when I see that, that's my fish nibbling on my bait again, right? So I'm setting another trap. So this one right here has already been set. I ate off of that one. I'm good to go. Now, instead of price going down, it looks like it's moving back up, right? So look what I got. I got a low point, a high point, a higher low point, and a higher high point. That's higher than this high point, and it's higher than my prior highest high point in this price moving right here. So guess what? I'm looking to buy now after I just sold. So what does that look like? Let me show you guys what I'm doing now. So now, again, let me go back because again, I'm looking at when price broke that high right there. See how it got higher than this particular high right here. So now I may be looking to go back up. So what I would do is I would come down here. I'm going to draw it from this low point to this high point. And price already closed below my first white line right here, which lets me know that my fib is active and I can use this particular set of data right here. And let's go ahead and play it out. Let's see what happens. So it hit my 50% retracement right here in my sweet spot zone. All right. Let me go ahead and draw that up for y'all, see what that looks like. So this would have been my sweet spot zone where I was looking to get in for my buy orders right up in here. And as you guys can see, the price hit my buy zone right there. So I would be in this trade right now. So let's go ahead and put in my long position tool. And we're going to do the exact same thing. Put in our entry. Stop loss goes at this purple line. I'm looking to get out at least 1-to-1 and again, get to this, at least this high right up in here. So that's 1 to 1.3 again. All right, so it means if I risk 2%, I'm looking to get around 3.25. So let's go ahead and keep playing it. Let's see what we get. Bam! Look at that, baby. Smash that TP like it ain't nothing. Now, right now I'm going for the layups. The layups is going to be just getting back to the prior high. If I want to quote unquote shoot from the stars or shoot a three-pointer, then I would have put my TP at this green line right here. This is my extension of this particular move. And so that's why I would have put my TP in. So that, as you can see, that would have been the 1 to 2.3 risk to reward ratio. That means if I risk 2%, I'm going to get somewhere around 5% if this hits my TP. And as you see, this bad boy went up there and it smashed. So that's great. So that's 2 winning trades based off of this particular strategy, right? So let's go ahead and stop this replay mode. And let me go back to my analysis. So I just want to show you guys how this strategy works. But that's my technique when it comes to trading. So let's go back, get rid of that, get rid of that. All right, so that being said, right now for all the USD, I'm just holding my horses. I'm not stressing. All right, because I understand that it's in an uptrend right now, but I understand on a higher time frame, it is in a selling, it has more selling pressure, right? So when it gets up into this red area right here, I'm looking for price to possibly break this trend line and start to come down in a bearish momentum, and I'm going to short the market on RDUSD next week, but I'm just waiting. So what I do now, after I have my markups, I just go to this trend line, right click on it, add an alert to that ray, and I tell TradingView, hey, TradingView, if I have an hour candle that closes and breaks this trend line, I want to be notified. So I'm just going to put it right here, RDUSD, breaking trend, look for pullback for sale. All right. So what's a pullback, y'all? Pullback is the language of the patient trader, right? Whenever the market is moving, it doesn't move like this. It didn't just go straight down or straight up. Never. All right. What the market's going to do, as you can see right here, identified by the candles, is that the market's going to be going up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. It doesn't move in one direction, right? And so for me, I'm a pullback trader. So I'm waiting for the price, like I showed you in the prior example, I'm waiting for the price to do this. This is exactly what I'm waiting for it to do, y'all. I'm waiting for it to come down, break my trend line, create a lower low. So that means that it breaks this low right here. So that price has broken that low. And I'm waiting for it to pull back like that, give me a retracement. So let's go ahead and put my tool on this little area just so you guys can see what I mean. So this was my prior high. Let's say right here where I have my line ending for the breakout, that's my new low. So now what I would do is I would just wait for prices to break my low. Okay, ding. Now I'm good to go. Now I'm setting my trap. I'm waiting. If it keeps on dropping, I'm not stressing because I understand that eventually it's going to pull back and it's going to drop some more. But when it pulls back, that's when I'm going to get in. Because if I try to chase it right now, let's say this move right here, this pullback hadn't happened. It just broke my trend line. The price is coming down. I just say, oh man, I'm missing out on all this money. And I get in right now. If I get in right now, let's say I get in right here. I'm going to put a green line right there. So let's say I get in right there, right? What could happen to me is this. Price could start doing this. Price could just, if I get in for a sale right here, thinking price is going to go down, price could do this. It can come all the way back up here, come back like this, and continue to go up. That could happen to me right there, and I would lose money. So I'm just going to wait. I'm going to be patient. I'm not in no rush. I'm just going to wait. And so what I mean by that is this. Again, I'm just going to wait for price to do this. I'm going to wait for it to give me my pullback or my retracement to confirm what I'm predicting when it comes to my markup is that this particular up movement is now done. So instead of getting higher highs and higher lows, I'm looking for lower lows and lower highs. So if price comes up into my area, I'm looking to short it right there. All right. So again, I'm drawing my zone. I'm doing like that. And I'm waiting for price to come up in that area that I'm getting in. If I get in, it's going to look just like this. Short position tool. I'm going to put 1% at the green line. I'm going to put 1% at the yellow line. And both of my stop losses are going to be at this purple line, which is my stop loss. And my TP is going to be at the prior low for my quote unquote layup. All right. So that means I probably put the particular trade that was at the yellow line, I'm gonna put the TP at this layup spot, and then I'm gonna put the other TP for the one that's a little bit lower down here at my green extension line, which is my one and done area, right? So for one of my trades, I'm gonna be for my 1%, I'm gonna make about 2.25%, and then on my other trade, I'm gonna make about 3%. So that's almost 5% on that one trade, right there. If that trade goes in my favor, right? So that's how I mark up trades. Somebody says, bro, knowledge of trading has gone to another level. Ooh, Kevin Rashad, you have no idea, brother. Good to see you in the chat, man. But yes, sir. Hey, man, hard work pays off, brother. I've been grinding for a long time. As you know, I got the Forex Yoda on my side, Mr. Alvin Edwards. All righty. So, but yeah, man, I love me some Fibs, brother. But back to the education, y'all. So that's what I'm waiting for when it comes to AUD USD. So if you're trading AUD USD, y'all, go in there on the hour and draw up your trend line and get ready for that price to break that trend line next week. And again, as you can see, the market is live right now, y'all, but AUD USD is a pair that does not move a whole lot. But when it moves, I'm going to be in that bad boy. So let's go ahead and go on to my next pair, which is going to be Bitcoin. So Bitcoin right now, y'all, again, let's start off on my week chart. So if you're taking notes, this is how I do it, y'all. So check this out. This is the week chart, my people. Oh my God. Ooh, y'all don't even understand. But yeah, let's look at this. So this Bitcoin, as you guys can see, the price came up. All right, it was making these higher highs, higher lows, came all the way up. And then it pulled back and started making lower highs and lower lows, right? Do y'all see that? Let me see something. Let me hide my candles. That's what price did, y'all, right there. Price started making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. It made a real high. Then it shot right back down and it made a lower high, lower low. That's literally the market patterns that we trade. Oh, man, let me calm down. Okay, y'all. So long story short, right now, that was the downtrend, right? But I have not broken this low. You see this low right here that the price made? Let me get rid of my lines. This low right here, let me draw me a little line over here so y'all can see it. This was the lowest point of the price, right? After the price made this high, it came back and made these lower highs, lower low, lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Do you see any lower lows than that low? No. So that means that for me and my fibs, this swing from this high all the way down to that low is the one that I want to measure with my fibs. And so as you can see, I'm gonna take my fib tool. I'm gonna start off at the top of this particular move from up here all the way down to that area. Now this is the week chart, y'all. And looky, what happens right here? Right here at the top where my red lines are. Let me move them. Let me show y'all real quick. Let me see, how do I hide it? There you go. So I hide those red lines, you see? That's right there where that particular zone was for me. And that's the zone that I mark up when it comes to that's my last line of defense, right? Because I'm expecting price to come pull back and then drop further. So as you guys can see, remember my early example, in between the yellow and the green line, that's my sweet spot. I marked up a box on the week chart in that sweet spot, and look what happened to price when it hit that sweet spot, y'all. Do y'all see this? The price literally, it tried to push through this, and then it got pulled all the way back down and closed below this box, this area where I'm looking to short the market. And look what happened. Did the price go up or down? See, price came up here, hit this area, came back down, hit his head again, then it started dropping. Lower lows and lower highs. Now, could I have bought down here, try to catch all this? Yeah, I could have, right? Yep, as a matter of fact, I did on some of this, okay? But my point is, this is on the week chart, so this took a very long time for this to play out, right? All right, but again, I'm looking at it from a top-down analysis. So if I understand that this area right here on the week chart is where I expect price to turn around and drop, if I'm down here on the hour time frame and I don't have that markup like I do right now, I don't realize that I'm about to hit my head up against an area on the week chart where we expect the price to start dropping. So if I'm trying to buy when price gets up there to that area, I'm setting myself up for failure because I don't have top-down analysis. That's why it's very important, that you look at the price movement from a higher time frame and then work your way down. And again, as you guys can see right here, price hit that area like it was meant to, like it was already pre-programmed, and then it dropped. All right, same thing right here. If you look at this little blue box, let me show y'all how I got that blue box. So remember, I'm trading the swings or the trends in the market. This was a downtrend, right? Price was making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? Now, what happened right here? On that one move right there, my high right here and my high right here were both broken. So now I have higher highs being made. All right. See, price pulled back for one candle or 1 week, then it shot up, right? And then we made a low, lower high, lower low, because that high, let me go back because I got a lot of stuff on the screen. Let me zoom in. All right, so let's go back to it. Right here, when I got this pullback, right there, that's all I need to draw my field, because I hit this high, I made this low, I hit this high, which is equal to the prior high, and then I came down and made this new low. Bingo, time to go. And again, it's on the week chart, y'all. All right, let me remind y'all, it's on the week chart. So when that happens, again, I'm looking at the overall picture, and this is the power of focusing on one or two pairs, is that you can see the overall picture, because you already know. I don't have to go mark up my week zones every day, because every week it's going to probably be the same, because it's going to take several weeks to get from one zone to another zone, or to break out and make a new zone. So really, I'm just dabbling and playing in the middle on the hour and the 30-minute or the 4-hour, while I'm playing in between each zone on the week. But let me go ahead and get back to this right here. So now, if I take my fibs from right here, this low right here, where it made this low, and it made this high on this swing up. Now, the highest closing candle is this green one right here and this red one. So I'm going to put it right at the top of that wick. As you can see right here, there you go. That's my green level and my yellow level. I draw a mill box around that level, and that's why I'm looking to buy up from possible. That's why I'm looking for my buyers to take back over, is right here. And what happened with price right there, y'all? Price came down to this level, hit the top of that box, and shot up. Now, again, this is the week chart for Bitcoin. How powerful is that? Let me show y'all how powerful that information is. Let me get rid of my fib right here, y'all. Dang it. Come on now, Curtis. There we go. Delete. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna circle this area, right? Just so we can see it. Right there. Let me go down to the 30-minute. And let's go find that circle. Where is it at? Oops. Undo. Hope y'all enjoying this training, y'all. Again, if you're not plugged into I Am Master Academy, this is the kind of information that you get. If you don't understand the power of it, get with me. I just did a recording of an overview. You can go back and watch that on my Facebook Live. I just did a Facebook Live on it. And look what price did in that area, y'all. Do y'all see that? Ooh, I almost got up out my chair. Does everybody see that? Again, we just trading the I understand that in this blue box from the week chart, that I'm expecting my buyers to show up on the weekly level, which is the highest level. The high level always trumps the lower level. Now, the lower levels is where everything starts off at, right? That's why I'm going back down to it to look for my entry. But look what I got here, y'all. I got me a nice little old bam, bounce. And you say, okay, well, Curtis, well, where would you have gotten in at? So for me, right here, you see how price made? Let me zoom in. Let's zoom in. Price came down, shot down, made this low right here, right? Came back up, made these highs, right? Came back, made this low. As soon as it hit this high right here, I'm looking to trade the data right here, this swing up, because this swing up is what broke my prior high right here. So let's look at that. Again, let's look at that. So grab my fib tool. Let me zoom in so I can see really good. All right, let me check my chat. Okay, nobody got questions or nothing. Okay, cool. All right. So right here, this swing is the one that I was talking about that broke these highs. This swing right here, right there. So what I'm gonna do, draw my little fibs right here from the lowest point, right there. up to that high, which is right there. And what am I going to do? I'm just going to repeat what I've been doing on the higher time frames, just on the lower time frame. I'll take my little line tool right here, my horizontal ray, and I'm going to put me a red ray right here at my, it's called my last line of defense. So this is where I'm expecting price to go to war for the last little bit of buying power, right? Because I'm looking for price to continue up. Look for it to pull back down and go up. That's my last line of defense. Now my first line of defense, while I'm looking to enter the market, is going to be right here. All right here in my green and golden zone, right? That's what I call my sweet spot. Y'all, what did price do when he hit my sweet spot? Right there. Y'all look at that. Y'all look at that. What did price do? It hit my sweet spot. Right? Look right here. It hit my sweet spot right here. Right up in here. So that move right there, I could have been in that trade. Or even this one right here. But let's look at that. How many pips is that? Let's say I got in at my 50% level. This is Bitcoin. That went up 108 pips before it started dropping back down. And if anybody know about Bitcoin and its volatility, if it go up 108 pips, you need to secure some of that profit, at least half of it. So I probably would have got maybe 50 pips out of that, all right, when it came back down. Then it came down, made a new low, made a lower high, it started coming down, right? So if I would have got out, I wouldn't have got back in yet because I would have waited for it to start showing some more buying pressure, or wait for it to hit my last line of defense and then show me some kind of reaction. As you can see, it came down here, it hit this area and came back up, right? So for me, when it came back down here, I would have got in again. Now, when I get in down here at the bottom, at this area where what I call my last line of defense, my stop loss does not go at that purple line because look how small that is. No, my stop loss goes all the way down here at the prior low. I want to put it just below this prior low. See right here where price made a new low? I don't want it to go past that because if it goes past that, it could be going into a selling trend and I'm looking to buy. So if I enter right here, my stop loss goes down here around this level, right? So let me get this right. I did the wrong tool. Let me get my long position tool because I would be looking to go long or buy from this area. And I put my stop loss down here under that low. So as you can see, that would have been somewhere around a 200 pip stop loss. But look at what happened from there, y'all. Can you say hallelujah? That would be a 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio. So if you risk 2%, you made 8% on your account. All right, so you may be saying, okay, well, what is that, Curtis? 8%, that doesn't sound like a whole lot. If you have a bank account, how much interest are they paying on bank accounts? So let's see what they say on that one, right? www.google.com. Let's go to Google. All right, and let's do savings interest rates. All right, see what they give if you put your money in the bank. All right, so look at that. You get a whole 1.25% annual percentage yield. And I just showed you how I had a trade set up on Bitcoin that went, if I risked 2% of my account, I made somewhere around actually 3 times, almost 4 times. So that means I made, that's almost 9% right there on that one move up. All right. And that was in one trade, not in 1 year, right? That's the power of the foreign exchange market. So let me give you a little bit more insight on that power of interest, right? A lot of times we are conditioned to be payers of interest, not earners of interest. That being said, let me go over to my spreadsheet, which is going to show you how compound interest, when you're earning it, how it can change your life. All right. Yes, ma'am, Commander. We got you, ma'am. We're going to get you on that plan. So we have this spreadsheet in our group. It's called the MDS Millionaire Withdrawal Plan. Again, it's not an income claim, right? We just, again, this is a target. This is a goal that we have when it comes to our trading, right? And so if I click on it, you're going to see it's going to load up here eventually. There you go. And yep, cool. Let me go to my tab here. Let me go to the daily. Ooh, I just got an alert. Let me see what that is. It might be some money. US 30, 1 hour crossing the horizontal line. All right, I ain't gonna play with US 30 right now, y'all. It's Sunday. I don't trade on Sundays, y'all. Me personally, even though the market's available, but the market's just kind of waking up from a slumber, right, from his sleep over the weekend, and it could be a whole lot of jerking and jiving going on. I don't want to play with that. And plus, the big money ain't trading right now. This is the retail trailers time right now, so I'm chilling. I'll get in on tomorrow. Yeah, when everything is back to normal and the market's getting going and the big money is participating. So with a $500 account, I just showed you guys. Let's just say 4%, right? If you're risking 2%, you can get 4%. Let's just say that, all right? So 4% a day with a $500 account, right, would mean that you're making somewhere around $20 a day. Now you may say to yourself, that's not a lot of money, but yes, it is. Take your hand out your pocket right now and see if any money is going to show up in there, or check your bank account a month from now, or your savings account a month from now and see if you're going to have $20 sitting in that bank account. My guess is no, right? But $500 account, you can earn 4% a day using the strategies and the techniques that I'm just showing you right now, right? $20 a day. You may say that's not a lot, but after 60 days, that $500 account is now up to $5,000.
What?
Okay, I'm gonna repeat that one more time for y'all who missed it, right? A $500 account can turn into $5,000 with consistent, diligent trading and not over leveraging, trying to get big and get rich quick. Can take a $500 account after 60 days of trading. Now, when it comes to 60 days of trading, if you only trade 2 or 3 days a week like me, that is going to be a whole lot of time, right? Because it's going to be 60 days. But it's okay, though. We playing the slow and steady race. Again, Warren Buffett didn't become a billionaire overnight, right? It was constant, slow, intentional actions that got Warren Buffett where he is, and every other billionaire that is a billionaire today. They did not start off and they didn't do it overnight, right? Jeff Bezos. What's the guy that's over a Tesla? Elon Musk didn't become a billionaire overnight. It took time, energy, and effort, and it took consistent daily actions. And that's what I'm saying is if you learn the skill set and you put in the consistent, diligent actions, you can do some wonderful things, right? So that being said, y'all, this went on for about almost a good 45 minutes there, but that's the basics of how I go in and do my markups. I still have GCAD to do my markups on and gold to do my markups on. All righty. But those are the 4 pairs that I trade. That being said, y'all, thank y'all for your time. If you're interested in learning how to trade and joining my team, and yeah, come on up to my website, www.profitwithcurtis.com. Scroll all the way down, click on Get Started. That'll take you over to the Join page where you can go and join the business. And then just fill out the information, join as a customer. I would say select not the elite package. That's the one that I currently have, but that's for a more experienced trader that wants all of the available tools. That's like the Walmart of trading, right? You got everything, all right? You want to go to the platinum package, select the platinum package, which is initial payment of $235. And then you have to select your monthly payment, which is going to be the $174 for the platinum monthly. And then come down here, fill in your payment information, click join now, accept the terms and conditions, hit join now. As you can see, your enroller is Curtis Nickerson. That would be me. And then we can start this journey together on learning how to compound money and earn interest instead of paying it.
Yeah, Bankroll, what up, man? Smooth. I had a dream, I had 1,000 pip trade with a standard lot size from the daily high. I took it down like a post I'm ashamed of. Ain't had a pay stub since 2005. We all in this together. Benzes, Suede with the Cartier lenses.